Oh my goodness. Oh, Nelly. Whew. Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing. I need a nap. I'm in a food coma. For watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Before I get any further, let me give a shout out and some major love to Nico. I am so blessed because of all of you guys out there. Nico, about a year or so ago, had said that he's got a restaurant in Old Town Alexandria and said, you got to come by and try the place. And I remember that conversation on a live stream, and I forgot about it because, I'm kind of old. And forgive me because I am a name butcher. So, Nico, I'm going to try and pronounce the name of the restaurant. Kriku? Greek food like you wouldn't believe. Opa. Oh my God, the hummus. The hummus with the pita, the steak, the fish. Oh my God, my wife, I'm not a fish eater, but I love the fish. But, and when they came out and they sang happy birthday to my wife, man, she was just glowing. Oh my God, what a time. His restaurant is freaking amazing. And Nico got, I want to say 12 tickets. Nico is going to be part of the tailgate. Him and crew are all going with us to take on the Washington football team. And at last count, I believe we're up to 65 tickets. Just tickets. Now, that's not everybody. That's tickets where we're all in the same section. There's a lot of people that are coming that already had their tickets or just coming for the tailgate. So we are going to literally take over FedEx Field. You got that, Washington? Joe Boo Sports and crew, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. We don't want your meats because my meats are a lot better. We don't want your meats. And Philly, we don't want your meats anyway because, well, who knows what that cheese steak shit that you guys have is, if that's even really steak. But anyway, we have some news. I just got back, like I said, ready to take a food coma nap because I ate so much. Oh my God. Those Greek potatoes. Oh, and the bread. Oh my God. It was all so good. Anyway. Whew. Big Ben Roethlisberger apparently has told some of his teammates and some others that he believes that his exit from the Steelers will happen at the end of this year. Well, quite frankly, I thought it should have happened at the end of last year. Because, unfortunately, it's kind of like Peyton Manning, but it's not the Peyton Manning story at the end. Because Peyton Manning got last year at Denver, they had a great defense, and that defense carried them on through, even though Peyton Manning, I think, had like 14 TD passes that year, and got him that final ring going out the door. Unfortunately for the Steelers are at a point after years of losing all of their, star power, from Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, and it's just that it's time to start that thing over. And Ben Roethlisberger, he looked like an old man these days, so he's kind of left the door open. He's basically said that he knows that the team and the organization that this is the last roundup with them together, but to me this is kind of like that food has got me. This is kind of like Alex Smith last year. He knew Washington, they didn't want him to begin with in the beginning of the season. Out of desperation, they played him. But it was kind of like, yeah, I know I'm not playing in Washington anymore, but, I'm going to try and play for another team. Reality was the market wasn't there for Alex Smith. The dog couldn't hunt no more. And that's where we are with Big Ben Roethlisberger. Big Ben, who's a guy who never was one to really take care of his body, okay? If you've ever seen a Roethlisberger, you'll understand. I don't know how you can play pro football if you eat a couple of those. I don't think it takes more than two, and you're done. And see, when you are older, how you take care of yourself is how you're going to be able to continue on. You can't just go through years and years of neglect and think that you're going to be able to continue to do what you did when you were 20. You know, I'll give you a great example. When I was at JMU, I was two polar opposite things. I messed up my knee in high school and just kind of gave up football. I did track. Okay, I was really good at shot put, discus. I ran from the 400 down. I know it's hard to believe when you look at me now and see me like a crippled ass old man, but I was actually really, really good. When I got to JMU, I was trying to become a decathlete. Problem was, I kept breaking pole vaulting poles. And they wanted me to lose weight. They wanted me to get down to about 190. Hovered at about 205. No matter how much running and anything else I did, I could not get below that. Then I get recruited by Charles Jones. He was a linebacker. He's a defensive line coach. He actually was on the Cowboys and got cut. They wanted me to be a nose guard. And at the time, I was running track, and I'm kind of like, he was like, you got to put on some weight. At JMU, the food was always good. I was constantly eating. At JMU, the D hall was round at that time, and they had each thing had a different thing because they had like the chicken parmesan was incredible. Then they had the burgers line, so you had the guys flipping those burgers, so you're getting them like right off the grill, boom, and all the fixing you can imagine. I was eating like 4 burgers and fries, and then at night I would go to Mr. Chips, and I'd get me a pizza. And they always said peanut butter and jelly. Eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches before you go to bed because that'll stick to you. I ate and ate. Oh, we had the Sunday line. Oh man, the hot fudge Sunday line. Man, I get to the Sundays and eat like crazy. Oh my God. I kept eating and eating and eating, and the highest I got up to was 220 pounds. I couldn't gain weight to save my life. So I look at myself now at 260. I wish I could have gotten to this weight in college. So now, I eat about a quarter what I did back then. And you can see, running a decathlete ain't happening. So that's what Big Ben's happening now. When he was younger, he could do all that shit because his body was able to take it. But now that you're older, that shit sticks with you. So he looks like he's done. Speaking of done, let's go to the Eagles, shall we? You know my boy Philly 500, who seems to be like wrong way Wooten. He's always wrong. Whatever he says seems to be the opposite. Remember when we drafted CeeDee Lamb? He was talking about, oh, I'm happy with Rhaegar. Rhaegar's a really good guy. He's the guy I really wanted because I don't want Justin Jefferson because he's ass. Don't make me show the tape. I'll show the tape, okay? So, Hurts apparently is questionable for tomorrow. I dare say Hurts has been questionable all season. Hurts, most Eagle fans are ready to push off the bridge. Now, they were praising him 2 weeks ago because they were talking about, oh, those 3 running touchdowns, that running attack that they have. But then they lose a game, they're ready to kill the guy. But do you know who the most popular player on every team is? Do you? That would be the backup quarterback. Until the backup quarterback becomes the starting quarterback. Then, third string quarterback, who moves up to second, becomes the most popular guy on the roster. Because teams are never satisfied with what they got. And as we have fans out there that say, Dak sucks, trade Dak, we can get somebody better, just draft a quarterback. It's kind of like, do you guys actually look around at what's going on in the NFL? Remember people saying tank for Trevor? How's Trevor doing down there right now? Remember when we signed Andy Dalton, everybody said, oh, he's as good as Dak, and you've seen him now with the Bears? How's he doing? You see Washington, who said, we're going to get Ryan Fitzmagic, who became Fitztragic again. They're doing okay with Heineke for the moment, but do you really believe that that's a guy that's going to lead them to a Super Bowl? I don't think so. So, It may be Gardner Minshew starting for the Eagles tomorrow. And of course, there's a lot of Eagle fans that are out there that are saying, "Hey, we want Gardner. Yeah, that boy can play. That boy can play." But what's going to happen is you're going to find out with that garbage ass team that it's the same thing as Jalen Hurts. Dogs can't hunt. It's hard to be a quarterback in the NFL, and it's even harder to find a good one. So we'll see what happens with them. The Giants, well, looks like they're going to be without Daniel Jones, which I'm not sure that that's the worst thing in the world. You got the Eagles playing the Jets. They should be able to get that victory, but if they don't, oh my God, am I going? I'm gonna ride you, guys. I'm gonna ride you. And you got Washington playing the Raiders in Las Vegas. That one's gonna be the one to keep your eye on. That one's gonna be interesting. I think Landon Collins is out on that one, and we know Chase Young and Sweat have been out for quite a while. And for some reason, the Giants game is slipping my mind who they play. So anyway, that's where we are with the quarterback situations. I'm in a food coma fog right now, so I may just go ahead and, because I ate so much, I think I'm just going to lay right here. Whew. I got plenty of heat out here. It's actually a nice day. And take a little early winter nap. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll be back later for the fireside chat. Somebody want to give me a blanket, I'd appreciate it.